Governor Ron DeSantis signed the Florida Elections Reform Bill into law. This is video from outside of the bill signing event that was in West Palm Beach this morning. So what exactly does Senate Bill 90 include? A news release from the governor's office says it places guardrails against fraud. Democrats and advocates for voter rights says it'll make it harder for some people to cast their ballots. Here's a breakdown. It restricts when ballot drop boxes can be used and who can collect ballots and how many. Also, drop boxes must be supervised. They will only be available when elections offices and early voting sites are open. Another aspect is if you want to make changes to registration data, you're going to have to give them more identifying information, like possibly your driver's license number or part of your social security number. And if you vote by mail, you're going to need to request ballots more frequently. It also extends a no influence zone to 150 feet around polling places. Right after the governor signed the bill into law, opponents started tearing the policy apart and filed at least 2 lawsuits this morning. Meanwhile, election supervisors are still trying to understand it. Capitol reporter Forrest Saunders joins us now with an in-depth look.
The controversial election reform bill is now law and is effective immediately, but will it stay that way? Legal challenges are seeking a quick end to what they say is bad policy.
The signing of SB 90 behind closed doors.
It was on national TV. It wasn't secret.
Is a major achievement for Republicans who for weeks have said it will make it easy to vote, but hard to cheat.
Everybody tries to tell us we're doing something that's like Georgia. We're not. We're making sure that every vote counts, every legal vote counts, and there's no fraud going on.
A slew of civil rights groups disagreeing, almost immediately filing 2 federal lawsuits. The NAACP and League of Women Voters behind them, both challenging new vote-by-mail rules, drop box limitations, and broadened no solicitation zones.
The only thing that we believe is happening here is an attempt to suppress the vote.
Joining with an amicus brief of her own,
I am outraged.
Florida's only Democrat to hold statewide office, Ag Commissioner Nikki Fried.
So where was the fraud? Where was the reason for this piece of legislation? The only fraud that I saw was by the Republicans.
While the court battle begins, Florida's election supervisors prepare for changes.
We're still trying to parse through the final versions of the bill.
Mark Early, VP of the State Supervisor Association, saying election officials will likely face more costs to enact the policy, but first need to understand it.
To the voters, stay tuned. If you have questions, contact your local supervisor of elections, but we may not have all the definitive answers yet.
And at least one other civil rights group, LULAC, says it will be seeking a legal challenge against SB 90. The group saying in a statement, we'll see you in court and in the history books. That's the latest out here at the Capitol. I'm Forrest Saunders reporting.
The governor called the bill signing event today a Fox News exclusive. Local media was not allowed inside the venue. We couldn't be there to ask questions or cover the event. And as you just heard, the governor said it wasn't a secret because it was on national news. However, his office did not send out its usual news release to announce the event.